Alright, so this is actually pretty genuinely terrifying. Everybody's iPhone right now is vulnerable to a brute force hack from another company that specializes in extracting data from locked phones. This is called the GrayKey, and this box right here works on all of the newest iPhones, the newest firmwares, and will help authorities get into your data without your consent. So what was the point of the entire battle between Apple and the FBI if this company can basically circumvent all of that and share your data with them regardless without Apple's help? That's crazy. So guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about that in this video, and also a bunch of new information that's cropped up, including an iPhone SE 2 leak and a lot of other cool stuff I wanted to share with you. So let's get into it. Now, this little guy right here, I've already shared with you on this channel. It's about a $500 box known as the IT box, and it basically cycles through a bunch of passcodes until it gets the right one, and then it's able to log into your phone and get all of your data out as a result. So that doesn't work anymore. Apple patched this a while ago. But there are companies now, Celebrite, and now this new one called Grayshift, that is specializing in extracting data, and it's very worrying. I mean, even if you aren't a target, just the fact that it's possible is very, very scary to me anyways. And the worst part is Apple's gonna have a very hard time patching something like this because they don't have access to this box or this tool themselves. So this new company is basically selling these to authorities for $15,000 a pop. The $15,000 package has to be connected to the internet and only can be used 300 times. The $30,000 version can be used anywhere and an unlimited amount of times. So such a small, innocent looking box. It works on 2 iPhones at the same time and basically will cycle through up to 6-digit passcodes. And if you use an alphanumeric, you're probably safe. That's the one way you can keep your phone legitimately safe if you have anything to worry about on it. And it takes up to 2-3 days in order to cycle through all of those. This one would have taken about a week. It was pretty slow. So they're using some sort of exploit. It's unknown which one, but it could be a lot of the 0-day exploits that were shared online. It's terrifying, honestly. And there's actually evidence of it working on the newest iPhone X on iOS 11.2.5, which presumably at the time of this photo being taken was the newest firmware, so I doubt 11.2.6 would be any different. Now, it's unknown if Apple could do anything about it. It'd be cool if they could actually try, make a statement about these, because a lot of these companies are coming out, Celebrite, Grayshift, who knows who else down the road, and Apple is basically pretending they don't exist. So it's kind of scary. Let me know your thoughts about that. Am I over-exaggerating, or is it a legitimate problem that there are companies that could hack into your phone? I mean, they need physical access, but they could still get into it even if it's on the lost and restricted mode. That is crazy. Now, did the iPhone SE 2 just leak? In a video shared on Weibo, reposted by Mac Atakara, this video is showing what appears to be an iPhone X in the shell of an iPhone SE. It's all blocky and squared off, so is it legitimate? Let's take a look. First off, it looks to be the very same interface as an iPhone X. It looks to be roughly the same size as an iPhone X. So what could this mysterious device be? And I'm gonna say this right now, it is absolutely fake. I mean, it would have to be much smaller, and it's just the same size as an iPhone X. It's literally a housing swap, most likely. And if you really think about it, why? Why would Apple ever take the display from their flagship model, stuff it into a budget end model? As if the sales of the iPhone X weren't bad enough. Now they need to cannibalize it by selling a cheaper, smaller variant of the iPhone X with the same display and the best features from it. I don't think so. So definitely a fake, but pretty interesting. I would like to get my hands on that housing if I could. It definitely seems like it'd be a fun little project to do. So don't consider this a real one, but the iPhone SE could legitimately be coming, and we have an update cooking for you in just a few days here. So stay tuned for that. This one's actually pretty cool. Thought I'd throw this in there while we're on the topic of hacking. At the Pwn to Own conference, a security researcher has basically found an exploit and managed to gain control of the touch bar of a MacBook through a Safari exploit. And he was able to run custom code on there. As you can see, his signature, he left it there. Not much you can do with it aside from annoy somebody by taking over their touch bar, but Apple could possibly be patching this in the future. He was awarded $65,000 for this exploit, which is really neat. All right, and I was actually pretty shocked when I learned about this. If you have ever used the Markab tool within Photos, it's just like this. Basically, it allows you to draw on images, and if you use it to redact text, you should immediately stop and never do that. If you basically fill out completely the text so you can't see anything underneath it, and then you go into the image and you brighten the image, you can literally read underneath that text. It is kind of crazy. Not on the phone, you have to be using an actual program on your computer, but you can legitimately read what's underneath that text. So don't ever use that to hide sensitive information. This was discovered by 9to5Mac, and they actually pushed out a public service announcement. So I definitely gotta say thank you to them because I did not know this. Not that I use this to hide texts, maybe once in a while for license plates, something like that. But if you were using that to hide sensitive info, definitely stop right now. Again, this one is extremely cool. So a developer is working on dots. This is a concept that I showed you guys just a little while ago in my iOS 11 video that would basically bring the notification dots on the iPhone 10 to the lock screen. Now it's a reality and almost done. It's being made by the same guy that's responsible for color flow, my favorite Cydia tweak, and presumably you'd be able to change the dots to work, showing a different notification from a different app, and it looks so cool. I mean, I genuinely want Apple to do this in iOS 12. Why can't they do this? They have the organic LED display. All they need to do is add it as a feature. Basically, your phone is sitting in there, you see these dots light up. It is so convenient. You wouldn't even need an LED that Android phones have on the display. So I really hope that Apple brings it to iOS, but you'll be able to use it soon as it's actually a jailbreak tweak and it's coming very soon. And guys, I'd also like to share these wallpapers with you. So these were made, not by me, but still really, really cool, inspired by the WWDC artwork. Basically, there are some black ones to take advantage of the OLED on the iPhone, and it all around looks really cool. And also these, and they're for every iPhone basically. So I'll leave a link to where you can find them down below. Super cool, just so you guys can be excited and anticipate WWDC every day on your iPhone. A bit early, but the Samsung Galaxy S10 rumors are already starting to crop up, and a feature that Samsung's already working on has apparently surfaced. The Samsung Galaxy S10 will have true 3D facial sensing like the iPhone 10. Right now, the Samsung Galaxy S9 is using 2D sensing, but Samsung is looking to truly compete with Apple by building their own 3D sensing module. So the Samsung Galaxy S10 coming soon with 3D facial modeling next year. Anyways, guys, that's it. Just a quick, brief little update for you, what's going on. And I'm genuinely concerned about this brute force hack. Not that I plan on getting arrested, but you just never know. And what was Apple's fight? What was the point of it if it can be easily beaten by these companies? So I hope that Apple finds a way to remedy this, maybe even talk about it in a press release. I don't know. I think it does undermine their security, their whole stance on security if someone is able to do this. But okay, guys, thanks for watching. That is the latest Apple news. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.